Good morning, my lovelies. We're now on day 3. Excuse me. And I have to say, I'm so pleased with how it's going. I am whizzing through this. So all them positive energy being sent my way. Keep going, guys. We're only on day 3, so let's not get ahead of ourselves. I wanted to show you what I've done so far. Now, I am working on 60 by 120 canvases, so it will be done in 2 sections. And this is what I've done so far. Look at these. And I tell you what, the canvas, the drills, well, the canvases were purchased for me by the gorgeous Gina. The drills are from a company called Syllabus Crafts here in the UK. There will be a link in description. As you can see, it's Doorway to the Stars. This is the bit here that I've done, and you can see it coming together here. But it's absolutely coming out gorgeous, guys. And I am whizzing through it. So, yeah. We're doing good. So, let me just zoom you guys in a bit. Right, there we go. I'm going to do a 3x3 section today. Just put my drills out so I can reach them. Turn my phone onto silent. Put that there and we can get started. Before we get started, let me just put that back on there. I have drawn lines on and I'm finding it so much easier. And I've got to say, I'm most probably whizzing through it because there's been quite a bit of colour blocking. Now, yesterday I did 6 hours, 12 minutes. And I placed, guys, you're not going to believe this, 5,400 drills. And you're not even had a nana nap in the afternoon for a good 2-3 hours. I'm at 5.13%, so I'm well ahead of the target. So I am ready to start day 3. So let's find the first symbol. Now, guys, I know that you can't see everything. The thing is I need to, I don't know why this is not, oh, maybe if I put it on the right thing. Right, I know you can't see everything, but I've only got so much stuff around me, and I'm trying to get, I am using my cook pot from Kitten Up Kitten, and it just sits nicely on the ledge of my tablet. Let's see if, should we move this down? You might be able to see a little bit. Can you see that? Yeah, this is my cook pot. It's on the little frame bit of my tablet. My cook tray, as always. Right, let's get this first colour and we can get started. Let's press the timer. The good thing about this timer that I got from, I think I got it from Amazon, is that I can just press pause on it. So the first day I was kind of having to add up all of my, oh, it doesn't go there, see, made a mistake already. The first day I was sort of doing sections and adding up the different times, but now I've realised I can actually press pause, and so I don't need to add anything up. So yeah, I am pretty excited because I am getting a thought I was going to struggle. Now, there has been, I think on the last couple of sections, there's been a lot of 310s. Excuse me. So, it could be that I'm just whizzing through it because it's a lot of... It's not always colour blocking. There are some patches of colour blocking. But it's more to do with the fact that I'm not colour changing so much. But I am loving it. I am reading all of your comments. I will go through some point, possibly later in the week. And I don't know whether I might just do a video where I'm not diamond painting or a video where I'm just answering questions. If I can get far enough ahead, what I may do is I may do a little video of, and not this, I can't do questions and this, guys. I'm sorry, I'm just not that. I just cannot do it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's right. As normal, I am working with doing all the itty bitty ones first, or the itty bitty colours first. I do find it easier. Excuse me. It is, I don't even know what the time is. 8:10 in the morning. I do, I like to get the filming done before Annalie gets up. Right, up 4. Oh no, let's do this one first. 2 and 2 is there. Like, there is, I can see on here, there's going to be quite a lot of 310s on this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 1, 2, 3, there. But yeah, I tend to get all the itty bitty ones. What I must say is thank you everybody for all the messages telling me Medusa is in stock. But guess what? The day before it came back in stock, so many of you are aware I was desperately looking for Medusa from Diamond Art Club by Christopher Lovell. The day before, I actually found licensed artwork, which is extremely important to me. A conversion for Medusa, and I got that. Now, I do love doing Diamond Art Clubs. I also love doing the conversions. So, it was like, I've got the pattern now. It is on my pattern keeper. I did contact the company. It's a shop on Etsy. I did contact the company and checked that it was pattern keeper compatible before I purchased it. So, Diamond Art Club, you were a day too late. Otherwise, I would have snapped it up. But thanks everybody, because you've all been... I've had loads of messages to say, yep, it's back in stock, back in stock. So, I now have it. I don't have the drills for it. I will be contacting Brenda over at Syllaba because I am blown away with the quality of these drills. Now, I have to say, not all of these drills are from Brenda. Some are from my stash. but a lot of them are from Brenda, and they're absolutely amazing. Like, literally, guys, I think I've got 2 or 3 drills in my trash pot, but they weren't even trash. They were imposters, should we say. So I am extremely, extremely pleased. I would recommend it. Syllaba UK. Like I said, they will be linked in the top. I cannot recommend them enough. Absolutely amazing quality, and the customer services. Brenda, who's a lovely lady, I cannot recommend these drills enough. And it's that one, isn't it? Yeah. It's 1, 2. So yeah, I never imagined that I would actually manage to get ahead already. Like I said, it is early days. I'm not being overly excited about it. Well, I am, let's be honest. Because anything could happen, as we all know. Right, 3, 3. 1, 2, 3. There. I want to go and see, I want to go to the cinema. I want to take Annalie to the cinema. We really like the Avatar films, so I'd really like to take her to see that. We may go at some point this week. Would be nice. I think it's just a case of, at the moment, we've got to find out times and so forth. It is being shown at the local cinema. I'm just a bit, I've got to pluck up the courage, guys, because it's going into an enclosed space with other people, and I'm not quite sure my anxiety will deal with that. And it is a film that I really want to see. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We loved Avatar. We've watched it many times. In fact, we watched it the other day. So yeah, I do want to go and see that. Right, 1, 2, space 1. So far, I am doing the video a day. I have asked Sam to, as you know, she's my bestie, my diamond painting bestie, but not just diamond painting, we are really good friends. She is going to do a Heaven and Earth video, and so that if there is a day where I can't do a video, she's going to, see what I mean? Imposter. She will put her one up so that you guys still get a Heaven and Earth video. So I think she's going to be filming that the next couple of days, if she hasn't already, to be honest. At the moment, everything's working good, so there's no worries at the minute. So yeah, it is. Oops, it is going extremely well. I'm sorry about my throat. I keep clearing it, don't I? It must be awful for you guys. Let me have a drop of my big mug of coffee. Look at that big mug. I've just finished watching The Vampire Diaries for maybe the 100th time. Oh, I love that. My gorgeous Damon. I am open to suggestions, guys, on good series where there is more than a couple of seasons, because then I can sort of get lost in it whilst I'm doing my diamond painting. 1, 2. I've never watched Downton Abbey and all that lot, so I may give that a try. I may try that one. Sorry. So it looks slightly different grey, but to be honest, the way this confetti is, I don't think it actually matters, because this is so confetti, which is absolutely the best for me. I love my confetti. My English is absolutely awful. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 up. And then that one. I'm hoping that I can get a day ahead. I don't even know whether I might already be a day ahead. Who knows? 5.1. I am a day ahead. Because I haven't taken my Christmas tree down yet. I really need to take that down. I think things will be a lot more organised next week, because next week Annalie is back doing schoolwork. 3799, which means she'll be in her bedroom studying whilst I'm sitting here dotting away, because I do get the mum guilt, you know, like I'm spending all this time doing this challenge, and is she needing my attention? The thing is she sits at last night, she was sitting in here with me yesterday, and then last night she comes in. I went and had a nap, and I'd actually done my quota for the day. I wasn't really aiming at doing anything anymore. She came into my bedroom. I was sort of just woken up. She came into my bedroom to see if I was awake. And we were waiting for, this must have been about 7 o'clock. I was waiting for my online food shopping to arrive. So she came in, she woke me, didn't wake me up, I was already awake. She said, Mum, the food shopping's going to be here soon. So I said, yep, okay. So I got up, made a coffee, as you do. Came into the living room and didn't see her for the rest of the night. She was on the phone with her friend. So I thought, oh, might as well do another section. So I did. So there's times like that where it's not, I don't get the mum guilt, because she's obviously doing her own thing. But what I'm trying to do is do a video. The aim is do a video during the day. Right, it's there and it's 2 in there. The video in the morning before she gets up, and then I will do while she's doing her lessons. And then I figure once she disappears, because later this week her friend will be going back to school, and so she'll be on the phone most evenings. So then I can finish the day. Oh, I've missed one on here. I'll fill it in a minute. 1, 2, 3. But yeah, that is the plan. I obviously, as much as I want to get this challenge done, I do sometimes have a life. I still have to do all the duties, the cleaning, the cooking and everything else. So there are still other, which is why I want to get ahead. I want to get ahead so that I can, if there are days where it's just working out quite difficult for me to get a whole section done, then I'm not going to fall behind. Because I think that's the worst thing that could happen, is if I fall behind. That's wrong. I don't know where I've gone wrong there. Do you know what I think I've done? That one. Right, you go in there. I think, because that shouldn't be there. That should be there. So that's the one that I was missing. Right, so we've got that one, and then we're down to there. That makes more sense. The good thing is where I do the little bits, I tend to, if I have made a mistake, I do tend to pick it up quite quickly. And I can't just put any old one in. It has to be the right one. So 1, 2, 3 there, and one above it. It was a stage where I'd sit there for 10 minutes finding out the colours that only had 1 or 2 drills, but I don't do that now. I sort of see which ones looks the prominent one, which in all fairness is 3 10s at the minute. And then I do everything but them. And then I leave that one till last. If there's a lot of one of the colours, I won't do it yet. But that's just how I work. Everybody works differently. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. I've had a couple of suggestions on topics. Somebody has said about talking about my family. I am a 53 years. Am I 53? Am I 53? Yeah. I'll be 54 later this year. I have 4 children, 3 of which are grown. And as you all know, my Annalie, who's 14. My firstborn is my son, who is 35 years old. And he is the father to my grandson, Brandon. Then he lives in London. He's a qualified mechanic, but he's also, he retrained a few years ago. He's now a site manager on a construction company. I then have Carmen, my girl, who is 33. She is mum to the gorgeous Mimi that you guys have. She's been on a couple of my earlier videos. And Louis, who also appeared, I think, on one at least. My grandson. Mimi is 9. Louis is 7. My Carmen is a qualified... Right, I'm going to try and say this right, because always my words get mixed up a bit. Aesthetics. That's most probably wrong. She does facial improvements with, let's say, she does Botox, fillers, numerous other things. She's also a qualified beautician. That's what she trained at when she first left school. She does all the facials and nails, and although she doesn't do that side of it anymore, she mainly concentrates on the aesthetic side. She also runs her own business. She bakes cakes, and I've got to say, she's always busy. She's never got a easy week as such. Put those on there before I stab myself. She makes the most amazing cakes. Extremely talented. She obviously she's based in London still. When I moved up here, I've done it wrong. Right, so that one goes there, that one goes there, that one is wrong and goes in there. There we go. Her Facebook page, if you want to go and have a look, is Cassius Robin Bakes. If you're based anywhere near London, check her out, but look at her Facebook or her Instagram and you will see some samples of just the magic she creates with her cakes. And then we have my daughter Lucy, who is 25. She is a secondary school English teacher. She has just, well, recently been promoted to head of media in her school. She's also in London. She's spent many years studying to get where she was, and she has no children, but she does have Bentley Bear. Bentley Bear is our gorgeous little furry grandbaby. He's a Pomeranian. Oh, he's absolutely gorgeous, guys, and he is such a character, such a character. So yeah, and then we have the Annalie that you all know and love. Annalie is full of tricks, as you know. She's actually at the moment, well, she's in bed at the moment, but she got a kit just after Christmas, and she's learning how to do, I don't know what it's called. I think it's poly nails. Poly something. We did speak to the lovely Sam over at Kitting Up Kitten, because Sam, if you weren't aware, is also a nail technician. So we did, oh, there's a lot of them ones, I'll leave that one. 3772. And because Emily originally was going to get the acrylic nail kit, but after speaking to Sam, it was decided that she would do this poly, whatever it's called. We're getting purples, guys. So she's been practicing doing her own nails. Like I said, she is back to doing lessons next week. So I think she's making the most of her free time. Because as of next week, there'll be no sleeping all day. Mind you, she doesn't sleep all day. She does, she'd stay in bed all day if I let her. But I don't. Because I just think you're sleeping your life away. And then she's up all night. Right. 1, 2, 3. There and there. So she's doing them. I'm hoping that she's going to do my nails at some point this week, because my nails are absolutely awful at the minute. They're all chipped and whatnot. Now, I don't always do my nails, but if I've got somebody in the house that can do them, well, why not? She has got some gel polish, so hopefully I won't be using this cheap stuff and they will last a bit longer than a day. Because at the moment, as you can see, they're all chipped. Right, where are we? There. So, yeah, that's the story of me. I lost both parents in 2021. Both to cancer. My dad, who was my hero, that's the only thing I can say. I had quite a fractured relationship with my mum that we won't go into. But my dad was my hero. He was my world. So that really hit me. Still does. Christmas, birthdays, things like that. You never got to see me doing diamond painting because I have actually only been doing diamond painting for just over a year. So he never actually got to see any of my diamond paintings, but he loved the fact that I was creative, that I did my crocheting and all my other crafts that I did. He was my top supporter in my business. This is because I'm not concentrating, I'm talking about my daddy. But yeah, he was very, I think he'd be very proud of me, what I'm achieving and what I'm making, because, right, no, there isn't, you don't need to learn, well, you do learn how to, I think it's a learning curve for any craft. But my dad was so, like, doing diamond painting, especially when you're doing projects like this, isn't straightforward. Not everybody gets into it. Not everybody enjoys it. Not everybody likes it. I'm not an expert. However, I like to think that I'm okay. I sort of muddle through, don't I? My diamonds aren't always the straightest. As much as I do try. But it is what it is. The fact that he would love the fact, just the amount of enjoyment I get out of it. He was very much a person that would be, advocate, do what makes you happy. He was very spiritual, which I maybe sometimes I feel spiritual, but he was extremely spiritual. Had an amazing way of just calming you, you know, of making you, like, I would be on the phone to him and something might have happened. He lived in Russia, although he wasn't Russian, he was English, but he lived in Russia with his wife, Olga, who is, she's lovely, she's all heart. She has so much love to give, so much. She hasn't got children of her own. Annalie has kind of adopted her. I don't want to do that question mark yet. Has a grandma. 3726, where are you? You're there. Yeah, it was hiding. Still speak to her regular. She's still in my thoughts every day. But yeah, I'd be on the phone and on FaceTime to him. And he just had a way of calming. Like, I get very emotional at times. And if I'm angry, I'm really angry. And I could phone him up and say, it's pissed me off. Well, I wouldn't say pissed me off because, believe it or not, guys, I don't swear in front of my dad. Like a 50-odd woman, and I never swore in front of him. How crazy is that, eh? I never smoked in front of him either. Even if I was on the phone to him, I wouldn't have a cigarette. I think he knew I smoked. He definitely knew that I smoked. But I wouldn't do it in front of him. I wouldn't do it when I was on the phone. None of it. Isn't it weird how you do these things? But yeah, I would be on the phone with him and he would calm me down. He would tell me off if I needed to be told off as well. And the thing is, I actually would listen. There's not many people that I listen to when they try to give me advice or tell me to behave myself. But my dad, I did. But he was very spiritual. He had prostate cancer. He didn't find out until it was too late to do anything about, really. And he was very spiritual. He was vegan until he got sick. He tried lots of alternative medicine. I do believe that some of them worked, as in he had longer with us, and to be honest, cancer's awful, okay? Cancer is a horrible, horrible disease. Now, my dad didn't really believe in conventional medicines. I used to call him my hippie dad. My hippie dad, he was very much, let's go hug a tree and stuff. And he did try, he went to clinics. I think he went to a clinic in Germany. He tried so many different... So he didn't give up. He just wasn't happy to go down that conventional, westernized way of treatment. At the beginning, I was like, no, not having that. No, you come back to the UK and we need to get you treated and blah, blah, blah. But what he did is he did go to see a doctor over there, and he had a scan and so forth. Just sort of to know, didn't have any treatment, but just to know what he was playing with as such. It keeps going to go and do them bloody question marks. However, he sent me a copy of the report, and I went to see... I made an appointment with an oncologist and showed them the report, or sent it to them beforehand. And the oncologist basically said, even if he came to the UK, all that they would have done was manage his symptoms. So I then was kind of, okay, Dad, okay, I get it. He was stage 4. But he had such a spirit, you know. He had such a, this is not going to beat me mode. He was still blooming climbing mountains and travelling the world before COVID. Doing all that stuff. He was still very much not going to let this beat me mode. And it was only the last bit of time he was with us, he was in so much pain. He did go on to westernised medication, and he had to have painkillers. He couldn't have, there's no way he could have gone through all that without painkillers. And I do have really, really fond memory of him. He was pretty much not getting out of bed much. This is a month or so before he passed. And like I said, he'd been a vegan. Then he started eating chicken, because chicken was good protein. And he was in bed, and he said, I'd been out shopping, and he said, what did you do, blah, blah. He said, what you had for dinner? I said, well, actually, we got Kentucky Fried Chicken. And he said, oh, I've missed Kentucky Fried Chicken. And at this point, like I said, he was pretty much in bed the whole time. He'd maybe sit up on the edge of the bed. And he said, oh, I haven't had Kentucky Fried Chicken for years. I said, oh, Dad, it's my favourite takeaway. We can't get it in Stamford, but if we go down to Peterborough, we will get it. So He said, I haven't had it for years. I said, Dad, if you want it, get it. You know, like, seriously, enjoy food, enjoy, obviously knowing that there wasn't a huge amount of time left. But we didn't speak of that. We did not speak of him going. And then about an hour later, he FaceTimed me, and he's sitting there, and he's got Kentucky Fried Chicken. And I know it sounds silly to you guys, but he was sitting there eating Kentucky Fried Chicken. This man had not eaten cooked food for 15 years. Everything was raw, fresh food. You know, he was... And to see him, he said... He was on the phone to me, and I'm like, Dad, you got Kentucky Fried Chicken? He said, yes, Olga went and got it for him. So he sat there and he bit into it, and the look on his face of enjoyment of eating Kentucky Fried Chicken. Now, it just goes to show, you don't need all these fandangle things. You don't need the expensive things. That Kentucky Fried Chicken was to him, was the best thing he'd eaten in years. I swear I did 3031. Did I miss 2? Yes, I did. But the look on his face, and he literally, like, he hadn't been eating huge amounts, but he ate 3 pieces of chicken. Like, he'd got off the bone ones. Boneless, rather. He was sick as a dog afterwards. But do you know what? It doesn't... say it doesn't matter. Of course it matters that he wasn't feeling good afterwards. And I think it was a case of he'd not eaten anything like that for so long. His body just wasn't used to it. But afterwards he said to me, he said, it doesn't matter that I'm sick. He said, I was sick. He said, he enjoyed it. It felt like the best meal he'd had in his whole life. He didn't eat it again. Gave it to the dogs, I think. But the look on his face when he bit into that was... And it's really weird. Like, I'm sitting here, you can't see me, but I'm smiling. Because it's memories like that, isn't it? It's memories like that that keep those loved ones dear. Keeps them close. And keeps them alive in our hearts, you know. I'm very much a believer that my dad's watching me. All right, Dad? Yeah, very much a believer. My dad's watching me, and he keeps me safe. I wouldn't say he keeps me sane, because I don't think anybody is capable of keeping me sane, not even me. Oh, we got a gorgeous bright purple here. Just the one. Obviously, I tip out 2. There it goes in there. Now, I think we've only got a few colours left now. So, let's have a look at that one. 3371. Right, I'm just going to pop to the ladies' room. So, I will be 5 minutes for me, a second for you. So, I will be back very shortly. Right, I'm back, guys. I had to take a little moment. Right, let's get on to these ones. And I'll turn my timer back on. Where are we? There. One there. One there. It does get a little bit... What I tend to do now is less counting and more sort of... Oh, undo that one. And more fitting them in the spaces. And this is where I see how much I've messed up, really. But to be completely honest, I think when it is so confetti, like there's so many different browns and dark blues on here that you can't, I don't think it would make much difference, in all fairness. And yes, my finger is a pointing tool, so please excuse the state of my nails. I am, when Annalie gets up, going to ask her to do my nails today. I do need to do a bit of tidying and take down the Christmas tree, I think. Otherwise, it'll still be there, ready for next year. I did pop out yesterday to get a black fine liner because it's just not showing up very well on this canvas, and the grid lines are not great, which is surprising because on my see, I talk about making mistakes and then I go and do one. On the poured glue canvases, which are from the same company, the grid lines are amazing, but they're not on this one. But that's fine. I just draw them on, and in all fairness, it's not hindered, but I couldn't find, I wanted a darker colour black. I was using blue and I wanted the black. And it's working. I wanted the black for it to be darker. Right, there's one there. That is there just one of them? Yes. 3858. And I do need to do something with my glue, turn it round, because I'm not able to... Oh, there's two. There's one up there as well. Oh, and I only tipped out one. That's typical, isn't it? Now I tip out two. And that one goes in the corner there. So it's not bad. I've done 351 so far. Let's do this one. 558, the favourite. Oh, do you know what? I'm not getting the pot out again. It's one bloody drill. And this one I've got a random in as well, so you can come out. Right, let's get this colour done, because then I think we've only got two colours left, which will be 823 and 310s. Then over here we have one in there and one in there. And what I did just think of is, when I was talking earlier in the video about my family, we mustn't forget my gorgeous fur baby, Montague, Monty, our little fatty. shouldn't call him that, should I? He's got no bloody neck now. Like, seriously. Yesterday's video, I said about him being sick. He ended up being sick 4 times. And I think what it is he just ate his food really fast, because after he was sick, he sort of went, had to lay down, had a bit of a sleep for an hour. And then he was being his normal pain in the butt self. Those 2. That's a really trashy one. Now, these drills are not... These are for my spares. And the reason I know is because there's actually... I've obviously messed up with the matching, because there is 2 different colours in here. They're not a huge difference in shades. And because this is so confetti, I don't think it's making much difference. And I am trying to get over my OCD. Not over it, but deal with it. 1 in there. 1 down there. And then 3. And just to let you guys know, when you hear me counting, even when I'm not on video, I still count out loud. So it's not just a video thing that I have to count. I don't do it in my head when I'm not filming. But what I'll most probably do is do this section. I won't do all of it on screen, on video. And then I will get some housework done, I think, because if I don't do it, it's just going to be left. And I'll say, oh, sod it, I'll do it tomorrow. But I do need to do it. I need to get this tree done. And I could wait for Anne-Lee to get up to help me. She'll have to carry the boxes because I cannot lift them now. Where it's been so cold, although the weather has warmed up a bit now, but where it has been so cold and I don't have good circulation, I tend to get a lot of pain in my left arm, where I get the majority of my problems from. Right, that should be there. Right, now down here is a little bit, 1 there, 1 there. Oh, can't even pick it up. And we've got 1, 2, 3, and then that one in there. See, I need to do my glue. I don't want to do it while I'm filming because then it'll be too sticky and it'll take me 3 hours to place a drill. And then 1 there, 1 there. And then 1 there. Right, let's do these top ones. So we've got 1 there. And 3 across there. 1, 2, 3. And then 1 there. And 1 there. Now, I don't overly straighten them up so much while I'm doing this. The reason being is when you put the drills next to each other, they tend to straighten each other up. Right, then I'm going to go, I'm going to try and remember to pick up a drill. So we go one there and one there. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we've got 5 coming down. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's that one. And then it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 again. 1. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I think I'll get this section done and then crack on with some housework, get the tree down, and then at least then I've got the rest of the day. Let's see if Anne-Lee wants to do my nails for me today. 1, 2, 1, 2. So that's 1, 2, 1, 2. That's those ones. And then down here we have, there's no rhyme, I go all over the place, don't I? 1 there. And then those 3. 1, 2, 3. So that's them ones done. Then it's that one, that one. I do like filling in the gaps. That went in very crooked. And that one. Right, then up here, we've got 1 there, 1 there, and then 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I might, when I sit down later to do the rest of today's bits on here, I think I might put on Downton Abbey and just see, because I've never watched it. That's bugging me because that's a little bit close up. There we go. Yeah, I may put on Downton Abbey. There we go. They're done. Right, so then we have 1 right at the top there. And then those 2. And then drill 1. Oops. Then it is there. Right, well, that colour's done, guys. I am now at 5.36. I've got 2 colours left, which I will do off camera. I am going to skedoodle off. So I want to get this done, and it is quicker off camera, and then I can get started on my... The quicker I get my chores done, the quicker I can get back to it. That's the way I think anyway. So I am going to love you and leave you. Like I said, I'm at 5.36%. I've laid 457 drills on this video. And I've been doing it for 1 hour and 2 minutes. I've just stopped the clock. So, thanks for watching. I will be back tomorrow. Same place. Can't guarantee same time, but same place. I'm trying to get them out earlier in the day. I'm doing them early in the day and I'm loading them straight away. Because otherwise, with my mesh brain that I have, I literally will be sitting there the evening thinking, oh, nobody's liked my video, nobody's commented today. And then realise that I forgot to put it up. So I will, once I've finished, put my beginning bit on. I don't edit, I don't go through it. I think there's 2 or 3 videos in this that I just put together, and then I'll load it. So happy 3rd of January. Yes, day 3. And I will see you all tomorrow. Bye.